What's up YouTube? This is FJ, and this morning I just wanted to share with you guys what's in my quiver. I've been super excited to take advantage of some great deals at the end of the season. Got my hands on some nice new gear from clearance sales, as well as new acquired gear from gifts and like hand-me-downs, I guess you could say. So I'm going to go through each of my snowboard setups, and I'm going to explain what I'm hoping to use them for. I haven't been able to ride them all yet because, again, a lot of this stuff I purchased at the end of the season, but I'm looking forward to next winter to be able to ride these. So without further ado, my first setup, I'm going to go from the smallest to largest, and the first one is my DC mediablitz right here. So that's this guy on the far left. Okay, and for you guys here, this is a DC mediablitz 150. It's super stiff, Camber, true twin snowboard, and to match with this snowboard, I will be putting the Nitro Team TLS boot with the Ride Alpha Movement snowboard bindings. You can see here that the bindings are a little large. These are sized for large. I think they're like made for size 11 to 13, and my boot is size 8. But I'm going to shift this as far forward as possible, try to center out my boot as much as I can for that setup. And guys, I'm going to be riding this if there's a day where I know I'm going to want to ride aggressive and go off bigger jumps. This is the setup I'm going to use, specifically because the boot and the binding have a lot of shock absorption and cushioning for high impact landings, and the board itself is super stiff and super aggressive for larger park jumps. Torstein Horgmo's signature series board that he rides when he goes big. So that's my first setup. Setup number 2, as you can see, is the DC Ply 150.5. So just a little bit longer, as you can see here in the photo too, it's slightly longer. And this is this DC Ply 150.5, and this is also true twin Camber. It's got a extruded base, and it is mid flex, not quite as stiff as the first board, as the DC mediablitz. So I'm going to be riding this board for more if I know I'm going to be spending a day with a smaller resort, and I want to spend a lot of time in the park practicing, let's say, features like boxes, maybe some flat rails, things where I want to work on my jibs and my presses. This is the board I'm going to bring because it is softer flex, more forgiving, and the side cut is actually shorter, so it feels more like a tighter turn. Like it makes it, because it feels shorter, it actually feels shorter riding that 150.5 than the 150 mediablitz, because that side cut is shorter, and so it promotes the turn a little bit more. Very playful, very flexible, and I'm going to be pairing with that the Switchback Bindings here. You can see there's no forward lean on the high back. It doesn't allow for that. Sometimes I might even go no back and just have the insert here, a rubber insert, so it doesn't have a high back. And that's what I would be riding along with the DC Scout BOA boot. These are all soft to medium flex setups, Again, to be more forgiving in the park if I want to do a lot of pressing and a lot of contortions when I'm trying to play with some jibs and some buttering down the hill. So that's what would be my second setup here, the DC ply. And then my third setup, which is a new purchase. These are brand new, I haven't tried them yet, but I wanted something to fill the spectrum of my snowboards. So I got something right in the middle with this Endeavor Live 153. See that here, guys? This is brand new. I just ordered this off Endeavor's site. There was a really sweet deal. You can see there it's got the channel. And this is a sintered base. Nice and fast. This is a directional twin, but it's almost true twin. Just slightly set back on the reference stance by just a little bit, but shape and measurements, everything like that is basically true twin, and I think flex is twin as well. So besides that little bit of a slightly longer nose, this is almost true twin, which is what I like. Also, it is a traditional camber as well, and this is again a medium flex, made more for All Mtn freestyle riding, but more so All Mtn. Not so much park or free ride specific. So I wanted to try something in the middle of my range. So from 150 all the way to the 155 range. That's why I wanted to try something 153. Super excited to try this board next season. And with that, I'll pair it with this setup here. This is the Switchback Bindings, again with the winged high back, and I actually swapped out for Cartel, Burton Cartel ankle strap and toe strap. Forgot to mention, guys, on the first Ride Alpha movement, this was for the DC mediablitz. I forgot to mention I also swapped out the ankle strap for a Burton Cartel ankle strap. I just find that the response and the stiffness of the Burton Cartel ankle strap is my favorite. It's my favorite strap of all straps I've ever had for my ankles, and I like that it is injection molded, one piece, not a lot of moving parts and parts that can break off and things like that. So it's very rugged and durable, and it's also very stiff and responsive. So that's why I chose the Burton Cartel strap. And similar with this setup, I have the Burton Cartel and Burton toe strap as well. Cartel toe strap. And the boot here is also another Nitro team. Very stiff with ankle articulation in this model. Very high liner as well. So it's going to provide me with a bit more stability and stiffness. And provide me with a little bit more stiffness. So if I want to go on more aggressive ride, All Mtn, maybe even take it off piste and just more so some backcountry, introduce some backcountry. Nothing too deep in snow because again it's only a 153. This is the setup, so it's not as forgiving and soft as the DC ply setup with that switchback binding. This has a bit of forward lean in the high back. It's got a bit more of a stiff design as well and more support with the wing. And again, because of the swapped out ankle and toe strap from the Cartel, it's going to be a more responsive setup for that Endeavor Live 153. Next up, guys, back to one of my all-time favorites is the Thrive Relentless. So this is my Thrive Relentless 155. This again is a true twin, kind of a mid-wide snowboard. You can see there it's pretty wide in the mid, and also camber with carbon stringers on the tips. The Endeavor Live also had some carbon inserts along the nose and tail for some extra pop and responsiveness, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, this Thrive Relentless is a 155. I'd bring this out if I know I'm going to go on a trip and I know I still want to go into the park on the resorts where I might go maybe out west, so some bigger features, and still know that I might go into some deeper snow, some powder. This is a great board because of the extra length, 155. I get some more surface area to keep me afloat, and it's still an aggressive ride with the camber. So that's my Thrive Relentless. Also, that is the sintered base as well, nice and fast. And with Thrive Relentless, I'm going to be pairing that with this setup. This is the Rossignol Cuda binding, the stiffest binding, or one of the top 2 stiffest bindings that Rossignol carries. And pairing it also with a very stiff top-end high-end boot with the Nitro Select TLS. It just ended up being the perfect fit for the toe cap, ankle strap on the Rossignol. It just has a perfect snug fit. And what I also found about the Rossignol Cuda, it's got this 8-degree angled ramp, which actually matches very well with the curve upward of the outsole of my boot. And on the back, it's got a 3-degree canted footbed. So on a wider stance on the 155 Thrive Relentless, if I want to go a little bit more aggressive off the trails, this would be a great match for that snowboard. Obviously too, looks wise, I like the color matching too. You can see with like the green and kind of like the ivory accents, it goes kind of well with the black and yellow of the snowboard. Again, this was a true twin camber sintered base, true twin camber extruded base, but medium flex. The mediablitz was a very stiff flex. One of the probably the stiffest board I own is the mediablitz, and the DC Ply is one of the softest boards I own. So this gives me kind of a pretty cool variety of spectrum on the short end of 150 and 150.5. I got the mid-range with the Endeavor Live, which is a directional twin, but just by a little bit. The nose is just slightly longer. I get the advantage of the channel for a better board feel. And I've got that at a medium flex, also with the Switchback Bindings, which are medium flex, but I get extra stiffness with the Burton Cartel toe strap. And I just showed you guys the Thrive Relentless 155. And finally, for my last setup, is my Burton Process Limited Edition 155 as well. Hey guys, so this is my Burton Process Limited Edition. I added some new stickers this past season just to make it feel like a brand new board. It's got the sintered base as well, nice and fast, but the only difference with this board, 155, but it is a 0 camber, so it is a flat camber. So medium flex, more of like a medium flex. It's not that stiff, but because it's medium and it's a 0 camber, I feel like this is going to be the best board for me to go on powder. If I know I'm going to have really deep snow conditions, if I'm going to go out west to Whistler and I can only bring one board, this is going to be the board that I'll bring. Last time I brought the 150 DC Media Blitz, and when I was in deeper powder and deeper snow and off trail, it was a hard experience for me. I should have probably set my stance back further. I actually was centered that day. I think I would have probably fared a little bit better if I had a setback. But with this, I can set back simply with the channel. 155 gives me extra surface area for float, and because it's a 0 camber and I can easily kind of lean back and lift the nose and press on the tail because of the medium flex and the shape of this board, I should be able to maintain better float in deeper snow. At least that's what I'm thinking, and that's the plan for next February. I want to go to Whistler, and I'm going to take this snowboard, and I'm probably going to take the Endeavor Live. So I have 2-channel snowboards for that trip, and I have a little bit of variety there for the camber setup. That's slightly shorter for maybe more of an aggressive day if I want to go into the park and do some jumps. I'm not quite sure yet if I want to do that, or either the Live or the Thrive Relentless. Burton Process Limited Edition, only certain stores carried this particular model that was 0 camber. Most Burton Process you'll find on Burton's website and other retailers is either camber or Flying V, which is like a hybrid rocker. But I opted to get the 0 camber because I'm not a huge fan of rocker or hybrid rocker, but something about 0 camber, you don't quite lose as much pop from camber as you would probably miss when you're used to riding all camber. All my other boards are camber, but that board, I don't know, it's just fun to ride. I really like riding the Burton Process. And with that, I'm going to pair it with my favorite binding setup and my new boots that I just got from Burton's website. Again, 60% off the burtonxdanner boot. This boot feels amazing. I haven't tried it out on the slopes yet, but it feels amazing just walking around my house, just testing it out. And here I have the Burton Cartel snowboard binding with modified ankle strap. This is the Malavita ankle strap and an updated super grip toe strap for the toe. And I wanted to have a full Burton setup because when you just have everything Burton, everything kind of just fits perfectly. Like the amount of spacing there for the heel on the boot, you can see it's like a perfect fit. The toe cap has a perfect hug on the front of the boot. The ankle strap has a perfect shape and conformity to the boot as well. And because it's a 0 camber medium flex snowboard, I know that I didn't want it to be too stiff of a ride, especially in Powder 2. I wanted it to be a little bit more forgiving, and that's why I've opted to go with the Malavita strap with the double take ratchets as well. Double take ratchet and ladder system on the Malavita. You can see there too, guys, I have this Ride Easy line. This is a support harness, really. So you can hang it on top of the bar when you're going up lift. It gives you some extra support off the leg that's bearing the weight of your snowboard. So when I go out west to Whistler and then you go up those really long lifts that take forever to get to the top, I have a little bit more support there, and I won't get as fatigue on the knee or the left knee or the quad or the ankle. I'll get a little bit more help with the Ride Easy line here. It also doubles as a board lock. You can see there it's a combination lock. You can wrap around, let's say, pole or any kind of, lockdown feature, so you can have some security when you put the boot, when you put the binding up. Sorry, when you lock up the snowboard on one of the racks. But yeah, so that will be the last setup that I have, a full Burton setup. Ideally, I would have wanted the Cartel to be an EST binding so that I could really get that full board feel on the channel system with the Burton Process, but I'm gonna stick with what I have, guys. Everything that I have here was acquired with a really great deal. The DC mediablitz 150 was actually a gift from a very good friend of mine, Lux. Awesome dude. He got that for my birthday. The Ride Alpha Movement snowboard bindings was also a gift from my friend Richard. He hooked me up with his old Ride Alpha Movements. A little big, but I think I got it to work really well. And again, I upgraded the ankle strap to a Burton Cartel ankle strap. And you can see that, again, guys, just to show the fit. It's a really nice fit on that toe cap over this boot. No pinching, even though you could see just how small the boot is. Normally this toe would pass the footbed. That's just really to show how large this binding is, but because I have opted to max out the forward lean on this high back, it shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to get this centered on the snowboard as much as possible where it would still feel natural riding this setup. So yeah, that was a great deal. I've mentioned before too, these Nitro Team boots I got at a liquidation store closing sale, and I got them for $25 plus tax. The DC ply, I don't quite remember where I got it. I think I got it from Meltdown long time ago to a store that's no longer open. I think I got it for about $2 something, under $300 for the DC ply 150. The Switchback Bindings, that was a bit of a pricey purchase. It was from the US. I had to go over there and get it, but it was really just because of the style cues. I just really like the whole setup here, so I spent a little bit on that. I think probably over $200, over 200, maybe 250, after conversion and all that, to get these Switchback Bindings. The DC Scout BOA was a store closing sale. Sport Check was closing one of their stores in Pickering. I got these boots for $50 ish plus tax. $50 for the DC Scout BOA. Endeavor Live, really sweet deal. Right now, if you check out their website, 30% off on almost all their snowboards, whatever stock that you might find, and a couple of and a few other, several other really cool snowboarding jackets, pants, and accessories. So check them out. But of course, working with Endeavor, I was able to get slightly better deal. I think I got this for about $350. Free shipping too from BC. $350 for a brand new snowboard with the channel, carbon stringers. You know, specced out, really specced out, and a really great deal compared to what you would probably pay for a similar board in another brand like Burton. You'd probably pay twice as much. And these bindings, I actually got this base plate set up from Facebook Marketplace, along with the high back, the upgraded high back. This whole setup, $40 with the original straps, but I've swapped out the straps. I upgraded the Burton Cartel ankle strap and toe strap. You can get those from the Burton website accessory. And again, the bindings cost me $40, and the ankle strap upgrades and toe strap upgrades maybe cost me another $50 from Burton. And the boots that I paired up, I think I switched these boots, but it was a Nitro Team, also $25 for this Nitro Team. It was the same sale that I got this Nitro Team for. So sweet sale. That was Meltdown's liquidation closing sale when Meltdown was closing all their stores. Like, it was unfortunate for Meltdown, but they had like ridiculous 70-80% off retail prices. And then I have my Thrive Relentless here. Sweet deal on that too, but it still costs quite a bit. I think it cost me like $280-300 for this really specced out, again, camber, carbon stringers, sintered base, true twin. Great snowboard for basically all mountain, but you can still really get off those really big kickers. Rossignol Cuda, as I mentioned, Sport Check. I think they ran out. Maybe my video helped out with that, but after about a week or so after my video, these sold out. These were $62 plus tax. I think I got them another 10% off because of friends and family sale, free shipping at the time for my order too. I paid like $65 for these top of the line Rossignol bindings. You know, these, I think original retail is like $300 for these. And then the boots are this Nitro Select TLS. These boots cost more than the team. This is a higher, more premium level original price. I think it was around $450, and the teams are around $350 to $400. But this also the same Meltdown sale, but I didn't get it quite at the end of the sale. I went back a number of times to make sure I got the deals, but these boots I got for I think $80 or $90 plus tax. Probably $90 plus tax. That was a good sale still, considering the price of the boot originally and the specs on that boot. These are pretty old too, like, you know, 2010 to 2012. The models are at 08 or 09, but I bought them around 2000, probably 2011 is when I bought them. Brand new, of course, but just outdated old stock. But because I have so many boots that I substitute and sub out and exchange when I'm going on, you know, multiple days in the season, I'm preserving the life of them. I'm giving them time to rest, and so they're not getting a lot of like wear and tear by being used constantly daily and getting soaked by the, you know, snow and water and ice. And then finally, guys, this Burton Process Limited, I got, again, the same Sport Check sale that I got these boots from for 50 bucks. I got this board for 230 bucks plus tax maybe, but basically it was like, it was on sale, and then you get an additional clearance sale, and then because the store was closing, it was like an additional 20 or 30% off or something like that. So I was able to get it for under 250 bucks. When you get a sale like that on a Burton, you go for it, right? So it was probably a Burton Process, you know, retails for around 600 bucks or something like that or more, and yeah, I got it for under $300 for that. Again, limited edition, 0 camber, flat camber. Only Sport Check was able to carry that model. I think it still has the same specs as the rest of the other Process lines though, so it's got like the frostbite edges, sintered base too, or maybe it's even the WFO base. It's a nice, very fast base. I'm not sure if there's any carbon in there, but I know with the, you know, the fiberglass, Triax fiberglass, and the wood core and the way it's designed, it's a really, really responsive board for 0 camber, medium flex. The Cartels, again, Sport Check. I don't know what it was it was like end of season. It was already, spring was coming, maybe summer too, and it was the last pair of Burton Cartels at the store, and I think I got them for like $130 because it was the last pair. And maybe, you know, there was some cosmetic scratches because people might have tried them on, or might have been even a open box return or something like that. But yeah, these Cartels, a really sweet deal, $130 plus tax. And again, I upgraded the toe caps and the ankle straps. That probably cost me another 50 bucks. burtonxdanner boots. These are premium quality boots. Retail for $600. Sorry, retail for $500. And it was 60% off. It's still 60% off, but they're running out of sizes. I got my size 8. They have 7.5s left. That's the last size. Got them for $200 plus tax. So this whole Burton setup was all like sale, awesome discounted deals. Those are the kind of stuff you want to look for at the end of the season, like right now. I'm still looking at deals on a daily basis because now's the time, but I'm pretty sure that I'm complete. I don't think I need to go any longer than 155. I'm a light guy. I'll put it in the description below, guys, all the specs and all the model names and lengths of all of this gear, and as well I'll put my height and my weight. So I'm 5'7", 145 to 150 pounds depending on the time of year, how much I'm eating, or winter hibernation or whatever. So I'm set. I got 150 to 155. I've got super stiff to medium flex, mainly camber, 0, and one playful 0 camber for more float on snow, deeper snow. I've got, really, all of these are premium level boots except for this DC Scout BOA. You can kind of tell too, entry level boots generally don't have a hard rubber outsole for like hiking or trudging through or climbing mountains, but they provide really lightweight convenience with the BOA, and you get really good shock absorption and yeah, cushioning with the soft outsole on these boots. Not a lot of tech going into the DC Scout BOA except for the BOA's convenience, whereas all the rest of these boots are really high-end premium level that I got at a sweet deal. So, you know, this was over the course of like 10 years, guys. I'm just accumulating gear. I've had other snowboards and I've sold them. I've had other bindings and I've sold them, and other boots and I've sold some. And this is the stuff I've chosen to keep. 5 is my favorite number, FJ5 Snow. I'm going to stick with these 5, at least for now. See how long that lasts. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm just sharing with you the gear that's in my quiver. This is my quiver now. I'm going to hang on to these. I can't wait for next season. Please feel free to share your quiver in the comments below. I'd love to know what you guys have. If you have any questions specifically about the tech, or specifically about the every piece of equipment here that you see in the image in my quiver, please feel free to comment down below too. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm done. This is my second video in the last half a day, and I just couldn't wait to share with you guys what's in my quiver. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video is out. I still have more to come. And have a great day, guys. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Guys, I forgot to show you something. I want to show you the other images that I had so you guys can see. Just the bindings on the boards. Here we've got just the boards and the top artwork. Love this. I did add these stickers on the ply. I used to have more stickers on my mediablitz, but I chose to clean her up. Her name is Zula/Electra. Not quite sure. Maybe Zula Electra. Electra Zula. She is the soul of the snowboard. She's a demon that lives in the snowboard. Torstein Horgmo signature series. This is another Torstein Horgmo signature series. Not gonna touch the Endeavor. No stickers on this guy. I like the look. This is the Thrive Relentless. Got some stickers there, Whistler and Killington. Hoping to add a Tremblant and maybe other resorts that I'll visit again. And this is the Burton process with a whole bunch of stickers. And I try my best to, you know, mirror image angles and everything like that with all my stickers. Here's the bottom, all the bases, guys, so you see them nice and clear. Sintered, extruded, sintered, 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 and then finally the setup again with the bindings. Just wanted to share that, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out again.